Spirit and fall afresh on us.
And that's the corporal works of mercy, the care of the body. And that's feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked. The traditional way says, harbor the harborless, giving shelter to those without shelter, visit the sick, ransom captives, and bury the dead. Those are the corporal works of mercy. And, you know, you don't have to have too many subgroups to discuss this. I mean, feed people who are hungry, and give people drink who are thirsty, and put clothes on the back of those who don't have clothes, and help people find a place to live. Now, there's an interesting question here, and there's a legitimate debate on this. And I don't claim to have the answer, but I just want to raise the issue. St. Paul will also say, let those who do not work not eat. And so there comes a point when we're caring for people, are we really helping people in need, or are we simply supporting self-destructive behavior? You know, and these are real questions, and we're not bad people for raising that. It's a scriptural principle. You know, you care for the hungry, you care for the naked, you care for the thirsty, you care for the homeless. And Paul says, if you don't work, you don't eat. So how do we reconcile this? How do we balance this? And I think one thing that a lot of times keeps people from doing these things is, well, if I give so-and-so $5, how do I know they're not going to spend it and just buy some more drink? How do I know they're not going to do that? Or, you know, there was a guy on the street who said, I'll work for food. And a friend of mine says, get in my car, I'll give you a job. I can't. I can't leave my corner. I'm making more money saying I'll work for food than actually working. You know, and so there are times where, well, is this fraudulent, and how do we do this? And I guess I would put it this way. We may never ever get it exactly right. And I think we do want to encourage people to become responsible. In fact, Paul takes it a step further. Paul says the thief should no longer steal, and they should get a job, not only to support themselves, to support others in need. So Paul goes so far as to say, not only should you work to take care of yourself, but you should work so you in turn can help others in need. So Paul takes a very strong stance on self-responsibility. He really does. And there's certainly a merit, and you're not a cold-hearted person for throwing that into the equation. But here's the other side of the story. Sometimes I don't know enough of a person to know if is this legit, is it fraudulent, well, could they get a job? I don't know. All I see, there's a person sitting there who doesn't have any food. And more I'm of the ideal, for me personally, when in doubt, be generous. You know, and you know, when I used to meet people, I'd say, you know, here's $1, but don't use it for a drink. Now, if the guy's an addicted alcoholic, he's not going to say, oh, thanks for telling me. Now that you told me that, I mean, they're going to use it however they're going to use it. Now, I don't want any show of hands here, but if we were really honest, can you say you've used every dollar in your life that has ever come through your hand, can you always say you used it properly? Was it always used for the glory of God and the building of the kingdom and all this? You know, we've all kind of blown money in different directions. So how can I, who have misused money, say to this guy, you better not misuse this money? You know what I'm saying? So it's a legitimate question. Are we helping people or hurting people by what we call, you know, giving charity? But I guess my thought is, when in doubt, give. And it's really between them and God how they work these things out. If I've been cheated out of $2, well, I'll survive. And if I'm wrong and the person really needed it, well then blessed be the name of the Lord.
Lord, send your spirit and fall afresh on us. Fill us with your power, Lord, and fill us with your love. Lord, send your spirit and fall afresh on us.